Greetings and welcome back to Fallout 4 Evil Genius, the playthrough where we intend to be exceptionally intelligent and as evil as the game allows. Now, we are still back in Sanctuary Hills after having exited the vault and done a little bit of looting around here. We have by no means looted everything possible, in particular because I couldn't find any bobby pins yet. I should possibly look for those. But I think it's time to get moving straight onto Concord. I mean, what kind of evil genius would I be without some minions to help me in my crafting and gathering of items? Sorry, I mean Minutemen. That's what they're called, Minutemen. So, just as a reminder of the character build, well, obviously we've gone for exceptional intelligence, and with 10 intelligence, according to calculations, we should have an extra 30% experience from all of our activities. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether or not that actually increases with intelligence boosting items and with the intelligence bobblehead, because I think you could possibly get your intelligence up to 20 something or beyond, which will be easily another 60% experience, and that could be quite ridiculous when it comes to completing quests, in addition to the fact that you can sleep to improve the amount of experience you get, and you can have a romance with one of the companions, which improves your experience gain even more. We have sufficient strength to allow us to craft various items. Our perception is high enough for the explosives perk, currently being boosted by my glasses. Endurance, well, it's not quite as high as I would like because there's some lovely fun perks as you go higher up, such as Cannibal, but we'll get there. Charisma's at 2 for Black Widow, Agility I've given up on, and Luck is sufficient for Bloody Mess. Now I realise that as the game goes on I may well obtain bobbleheads, and that means that in the long run we'll actually be able to improve our heavy weapons skill, which could be interesting. We could also become a night person, which frankly doesn't seem that exciting, but it could be useful for gaining even more experience because of the intelligence boost. And I am slightly interested about the night vision. I don't know what that's going to look like, whether it's going to look like the night vision scopes or something different. As our endurance increases, well, I hope to get up to at least 8 for Cannibal. I think it's going to be fun to eat things, although I hear it's not quite as fun as in previous versions. Charisma will go up to 3 at some point. Lone Wanderer will be useful. I don't plan to run around with a companion very often, although I will have to get one to at least romance status. And the extra 25% damage and 30% less damage taken is going to be quite useful. As I say, we've already maxed out intelligence. Anything we increase there will purely be for experience gain, if it works that way, hopefully. Now, I have terrible agility, and that could be quite limiting because it means I won't be able to invest in sneak, which is an excellent source of extra damage from sneak attacks, especially if you can get it high enough for ninja, where your sneak attacks will do even more damage. But I will apparently get it high enough for commando, which I probably won't bother investing in because the way damage resistance works in this game means that if you have several small amounts of damage against an armoured target, you actually do less damage overall than if you just had one big hit. I have luck high enough to get Bloody Mess, and it will go up to Mysterious Stranger. I don't think there's much point in going any further. I mean, better criticals is very useful, especially if you can get it up to critical banker as well, because then when you do encounter those tough enemies, you can really throw everything you've got at it. But we'll just have to deal with that. So, having been through all my character options, I actually just went to cook some radroach meat just there, and leveled up from it, would you believe? That's the advantage of having such a high intelligence. So, we'll take a first perk. Now we're about to go into some combat, but I think because I want to explore it more than any other perk in this game right now, we're going to see how effective Urge Rage is. Isn't that animation wonderful? I don't know if it'll be useful in this coming fight, but let's find out. There are 2 grenades right there. Never forget, 2 grenades in the bin. Following the intro to Fallout 3, where you can find 2 grenades in a letterbox. This guy, he's always here, he's always dead. Sometimes the tire iron is in the dog, sometimes it's on the floor. Doesn't matter what you do with him. I've thrown him into the river many times. He always comes back. But why not? We'll try again one more time, for amusement's sake. I have noticed that if you slice off his limbs, they tend to stay in place, sliced off, so if you really don't like the guy, that's something you can do. Praise be for a patch where they allow you to remove dead bodies. First things first, I think it's time we got our pet. Every evil genius needs one loyal follower. And
hey boy,
in my case,
what are you doing out here all by yourself?
it's a dog. But you are a mutt.
Sort of a flea bag, aren't you? Okay then, let's
Very
stick
good.
together.
Follow me. We'll have a quick loot around the truck stop. There are some useful things in here, including adhesive from duct tape and glue. And some ceramics, copper, steel, and I don't know why I picked up these trade magazines. I think I would really appreciate a mod or a patch that would allow you to just destroy those for good. I always pick them up and forget about them, and they're just completely pointless. It's such a shame they're completely pointless though. I mean, a compost bin? Could I get a compost bin? Then we can have fertilizer or something. Or are we getting a bit too farm simulator at that point? Oh, the mole rats have turned up. Nonetheless. Any of the burrowing enemies are irritating in this game because of their ability to get you no matter where you are. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at it fly. Oh yes, I have terrible agility in there for no point. Good work, dog meat. You eventually killed something.
Wait there.
No, get out of the way. There's one more thing that we want from the red rocket here, and that is if you look on the terminal in the office at the third business entry here, you can see that they've actually been smuggling their waste material into a cave right below the shop. And there's one thing that we want out of that cave. So, just a few steps over here, it's not too difficult to find. You can also get a bit of extra junk just here. You find a cave called the Mole Rat Den. Now there are some mole rats in here, but mole rats aren't exactly much of a threat, so we'll kill those relatively quickly. Just kill that when we get too close. Military grade duct tape. That's a very good mole rat. There's also a lot of glowing fungus in here, which is excellent for making certain chemicals later on. Not to mention just tons and tons and tons of junk. Glowing fungus is very difficult to harvest just then. So, the one thing that we want that's hidden in here... If I just kill this roll rat... I can't hit anything. Coffee. There we go. More junk. Fungus.
If I only had a bobby pin.
If I only had a bobby pin, indeed. I still haven't found one. I should probably loot Sanctuary Hills later on, but I wanted to get on with this. Make sure to take everything off the mole rats. All the random foods. And we're about to take some radiation, but it's not really a big deal at this point. There is a fusion core. And of course, the Trash Busters Award that explains how environmentally friendly the red rocket was by hiding everything underground so that no one found out about it. Genius. Yes, we want the fusion core because we are going to need that when we arrive in Concord. So we're done with the mole rat den, and I've ended up quite injured after all those fights. I'm still playing on survival mode before the update, so I do take a lot of damage. Time to eat some of that radroach I picked up earlier. And then we'll head back to the road before going into Concord. These two blood bugs are incredibly irritating. This is actually the third time I've done this section because I forgot to heal twice and they kill you quite easily in survival mode. You see, I've forgotten how challenging it can be to kill insects because they flit around so much that aiming down your sights is challenging. And additionally, I'm gonna die, aren't I? You can see my hit points slowly draining away. Ah, phew, we caught up. This is what Nerd Rage is like. Slow motion. But honestly, until you have a good buffer of hit points down at that low end, it's not worth it. What I need is more armor so that the amount of damage I take is thoroughly reduced. But yes, insects. Insects are really irritating. They flit around so much that aiming down your sights, especially when you don't actually have proper sights yet. I mean, iron sights is lovely, but without a glow sight or a reflex sight, it's really not as easy to aim. And actually, that's a testament to how well the shooting's been set up in this game, that those sights actually do make a difference to your own personal aiming and shooting. But also they have often ranged weapons, especially the bloatflies, who fire their disgusting little young at you. And so you're trying to aim at this thing here, which is flying around, very difficult. You can go into vats, of course, but they have such a small surface area that they're almost always very difficult to hit. And especially when you're not an agile character like this one, it's extremely difficult to get a shot at bats. So you just basically fire into space consistently whilst they slowly kill you. And in survival mode, that's not something you can afford to do. Okay, back to Concord. This is also more than the first time I've done this, I'm afraid to say. Raiders are easy though. Raiders just don't notice what's happening to them. Plus, they're big. Big things are easy to hit. Oh, and Nerd Rage is now showing its use because you can fire incredibly fast. I don't understand where that noise is coming from.
Hey, up here!
Preston? Preston? Preston, why is there a machine gun noise? Seriously, Preston? Oh my god, this is annoying. Okay, I saved and I reloaded, and that got rid of that incredibly irritating machine gun noise. I think I've encountered that before. It still seems to be a small audio bug that just occasionally, I don't know whether it's supposed to be machine gun or vertibird going by, probably not at this point in the game, but it just echoes and echoes and echoes and doesn't stop, and that's incredibly annoying. Still, we survived. And we completed out of time, which means we've leveled up yet again, already level 3. So, the next perk I think I'm going to go for, well, it's tempting to go for Gunslinger already, because I'll get more damage through my pistol, but I'm going to try and not choose a weapon at this point of the game. So, let's go for some Bloody Mess. I mean, it's 5% damage to everybody. There's nothing to shout about, but it's more damage and it's not terrible. And it will go up to 20% and eventually cause these chain reaction explosions, which is quite entertaining in fact. So, unless I can see anything more entertaining, I think that's the one to go for. I mean, awareness is kind of useful, but at this point, once you've done one playthrough, you have a rough idea of what enemies have what resistances, so it's a little bit of a waste of time. I could already go for a crafting perk, but I think by the time I get to Sanctuary Hills again, I'll have leveled up again. So, yeah, I want to start increasing damage, and well, this comes with 5% damage as well, but also has the persuasion ability. No, I think I'll go with weapons. Let's get some damage up. It's funny because at the very beginning of the game there are many perks you can choose from, because you can take any perk you like at rank 1 as long as you have the correct special stat. And this leads into a mid-game where you are waiting for yourself to get to a high enough level to be able to take the next interesting perk. So there's kind of a dull mid-zone, and this happens several times, like they sort of come in a rhythm, the new perks. And it leads you to this point where you just don't know what else to take, really. Fortunately, you don't have to take the perks. You can just wait, level up again and again and again, and then by the time you're level 25 or something, you can spend all your perk points and you count as being level 25 for the purposes of taking perks. So if you're one level away from something you really need, don't feel like you have to spend that perk. Now, we're heading up into the church because I am basically going to cheat a little here. Now, you normally go into the Museum of Freedom and you make your way through there, killing off all of the raiders with very little help from Preston, and then Preston and Sturges explain to you how important it is that you kill off the remaining raiders that are, well, somewhere. They're not here right now, but they must be hiding in a building. And then they can all leave and everyone will be happy. But to do that, they say you must get the power armor. And we're going to try and skip that. And we're going to try and skip that by basically jumping straight from this roof onto the vertibird and picking up power armor. The same power armor you're supposed to pick up later. So I'm going to quick save because this jump is a little bit difficult. No, I did it first time. Excellent. And here we go. And that's why I went down into the mole rat den to pick up the fusion core, because right now, not only have we got the power armor early, we've also got a fusion core. So we're heavily armoured and ready to kill off all those raiders. Let's go. This doesn't really give you any other advantage otherwise. I mean, you come out on top of all the raiders, but honestly, going through them the normal way is a perfectly reasonable way to kill them. Going in the reverse order doesn't make much of a difference. Although you do have the high ground, which makes them a bit dopey at spotting you. And apparently really good at falling... What the hell? Where did that guy go? Really good at falling off. And shotguns are terrible at long range, so he's not doing very much to me. Oh, he hid behind there. I swear he looked like he was teleported into space. There we go. I am running a bit low on ammo, but never mind. We've got a pipe pistol and a pipe rifle to switch to if we need to. Yes, the only problem you have is that you still have to kill the raiders to be allowed into Preston's den. He won't open the door unless they're all dead. He's a bit strange like that. And that means that you can't actually get through to the other balcony. You actually need to drop down and kill the remaining raiders this way, which is something they clearly designed for, given there's a hole conveniently down here. And well, maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't design for it. They certainly, and as you'll see in a few minutes, took into account the fact that you may already have found power armor before you got here. There's lots of places you can go straight from Sanctuary Hills that will have power armor. There's some just lying around in the wasteland. I don't know if they necessarily thought you might pick up this one, but hey, we managed to. For these guys, I'm going to switch to the shotgun. Slowly damage me. Yes. See, the shotgun is good, but, well, one, I ran out of ammo, and two, it just takes so long to reload. high capacity pipe rifle. That sounds like a good upgrade. But I did just get some more ammo for my pistol, so let's take a quick look. So we have 23 damage with a fire rate of 46, 13 damage with a fire rate of 55. Well, it's not that good. A pipe auto pistol, if you want an automatic weapon, has a huge fire rate, but as I said before, small amounts of damage don't add up very well. Shotgun does 47, but it's got the reload issue. And the laser musket isn't too bad actually. It does need some improvement, but frankly I'm just going to stick with the pistol for now. The 10mm pistol can get you through most of this game, especially if you don't sit around and spend time leveling up and such. If you just go straight following the mission, the main storyline, I think you could pretty much kill everything with just the 10mm pistol if you wanted to.
No more British occupation!
Would be a fun challenge run actually.
Back to England with you!
Ah, the British!
Have your tea back, you.
I'm British, can you tell? Are there any more raiders? Have I really just killed all of them? I think I killed all of them. Well, we can go and get another fusion core. So if you forgot to pick up the one in the Red Rocket basement, well, you can get it here. Very good, I know how passwords work. So I have 10 intelligence, so... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4... But there's only 6 options in the first place. So let's see how challenging this will be. Tasks, codes, not codes, must be sides. I mean, just having a high intelligence, it doesn't let you hack more difficult terminals, but it does make every single hacking attempt just trivial. And voila, another fusion core. That should keep the power armor lasting throughout this early section. More stuff from the raiders. I probably ought to go through all that stuff at some point, but whilst I'm at power armor, the armor you're wearing has absolutely no bearing on your defense, so yeah, not a lot of point. This is the lower balcony, bridge, a rack. Very nice. Yep, sure, more caps. Eventually I'll find a trader. Okay. Preston should now let us in. I think they're all dead. Unless there's one hiding? No, we've been through here. So, there you go. This is how you can make this whole section trivial, pretty much. Oh, there is someone.
Come on,
Oh yeah, of
they
course.
ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with. You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk.
Come through the door.
Back, and you'll be dead.
It's funny how there's been a whole load of shooting from above them and they've ignored it. Hello.
Playing games with me, huh?
Yes, I'm playing a game called Walk Into My Gunfire. Also, you have a knife. Oh. More? Oh no, that is Preston opening up his door and letting me in. You see, if you come from above, those guys are not harassing them at the doorway. It's only if you come from below that they actually trigger, which means that I just don't know where they come from. They snuck past me. Because I started on that balcony over there. Which means they must have literally been hiding around the corner, just going like, shh, keep quiet, he'll go soon. Hello.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Maybe.
You owe me.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll give you my chest full of emeralds just as soon as we're out of this mess.
Preston, emeralds aren't in the game.
I have my own problems, Garvey.
Yeah? Like what? You help us, maybe we can help you.
I was abused as a child, it's why I'm evil. I'm not going to tell you anything.
That's my business.
All right, fine. Forget I asked. But we do need your help. A month ago, there were 20 of us.
Oh, I hate the
Yesterday, there were
speech.
8. Now we're 5.
5 immortals?
First it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Yeah, it sucks.
Cruel world.
You think I don't know that? The things I've seen.
Nope.
The things I've done. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong.
Damn it.
But, well, we do have one idea.
Sure.
Better be a good one.
Sturges? Tell
I
her.
had a whole fancy plan about fixing up a suit of power armor. And here you are, walking in like some kind of metal miracle. There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school, pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, it's got a minigun, and it seems to be intact. Wearing that armor, you could rip it right off. Then those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Uh-huh. Are you enjoying typing on your imaginary computer? Yeah, sure.
I
Maybe.
don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's not a no. Look, if you can grab that minigun, then those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
So that was the extra special dialogue you get from Sturges' invisible computer. Because if you turn up in power armor, he sort of, you know, is really impressed with you or something. Strangely enough though, if you come down with a minigun, whether it's the one from upstairs or not, he doesn't notice that and still tells you that he's got this plan about a minigun.
Hell yeah.
May as well pick up that whilst we're here. And I don't think Sturges should have any more coffee, frankly. It's starting to get to his poor mind. Military grade duct tape. Very nice. And here's the motley crew.
Careful, kid. There's something coming. And it's angry.
Is it Cthulhu? Okay. And the bobblehead. So with my perception up one higher, now if I really wanted to, I could get Night Person. Which, you know what, I'm trying to do some alternative perks, some maybe less good perks that people ignore, so maybe I'll take that at some point just to see how it looks. The rest of the perception tree, I don't know, I guess some of it's useful. I mean, in theory, Sniper should be useful, but it does do more damage, so maybe Sniper is useful, but it just doesn't seem as important or useful as other things, like especially stuff like Ninja. And you've already seen how few action points I have as a result of having such a low agility.
You okay?
We can't just stay trapped in here. This is ridiculous.
I really wish
Somebody do something.
I could kill you, but
God, no! Why?
yeah, they're all essential, so it doesn't matter how hard you try, they won't die. I've tried many times to shoot them all right there on the spot, but it just doesn't work. So let's go back to where the quote-unquote power armor lives. And then this time there'll be loads more enemies outside. Good old triggered enemies hiding from you all that time. Oh, and it started to rain. Well, that'll make everything very atmospheric. The minigun does make this somewhat easy. Oh, I've got too much equipment on me though. Well, you know what? Melee weapons don't interest me, so I'm just gonna drop all of them. They're not worth very much money either.
But we got somebody up here.
Yeah. Annoyingly, the minigun is actually less simple to aim when you go into sighted mode because you don't have a sight on it and it removes your crosshairs. Now, let's see if we can do something fun. Oh yes, nearly killed them. When you have 1,000 ammo and you're wearing such heavy armor that almost nothing can hurt you, this is kind of amusing. But I am going to need some ammo for the death claw, so let's not be too wasteful. And there we So let's quickly get the minigun back. Oh, and if we're going to make a proper fight of this, we will take some healing to get that going. Apparently I ran out of meat, so stim pack it is. And we will also get some psycho. And that should make things much easier. He's very good at dodging though. And honestly, still not doing all that much damage to him. But Nerd Rage does give you slow motion and extra damage. But not for that long, apparently. Ah, because I'm healing. No, not even because I'm healing. I guess the slow motion doesn't last that long. I thought it would stay as long as I was in... quickly run inside. I thought it would stay as long as I was below the threshold, but apparently not. And another stink pack. Oh, goodness me, he's flipping inside. Yeah, in survival mode, this is just challenging. No matter what you do, the death claw does a lot of damage. You can't heal quickly. But he's almost dead. Just as I run out of ammo. I think there's still a raider. Still 2 raiders. I should have run away really from the Deathclaw and then the raiders would have to deal with him. Never mind. So we'll just collect everything from everyone and then we'll do some filtering to get rid of the junk we don't want.
Fine, Preston. Quit fussing.
Wow, she looks really happy.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you are on our side.
Seems to be an unusual pause happening in this game at the moment. We're not friends.
Stop kidding yourself. You're nothing to me.
You know, you talk like a jerk, but you still helped us out, whether you wanted to or not. Listen, when we first met, you said we owed you for helping us out. I guess you've earned it. So here. It may not be a chest full of emeralds, but it'll have to do.
Hey, you gave me some useful stuff. I won't complain. I'll take it.
Take what I can get.
Spoken like a true merc.
Yep.
Well, if you ever feel like fighting for something other than yourself, you should meet up with us in Sanctuary. I could use someone like you. Someone who can get things done.
Sure. Maybe if I do a few things for you, you can be some experimental subjects for me.
Alright, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful. But there's more to your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it, and I know your pain.
Yes, Mama Murphy, you and I are not going to get along.
Don't give me that destiny crap.
I just saw you go toe-to-toe with a 20-foot-tall irradiated lizard. You telling me you can't keep an open mind after that?
That doesn't make
It's
sense.
all right, Preston. Not everyone understands the sight. But I don't need you to believe. I just need you to listen. You're a woman out of time, out of hope. But all is not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
See, it doesn't make sense because he doesn't know that I've been trapped for 200 years and that a Deathclaw is unbelievably unusual to me. He has also been here for a while and has probably encountered them or at least heard of them before. So why on earth is he saying that somehow seeing a giant
Take your
irradiated
time,
lizard...
kid.
Quiet, Mama.
I ain't going
should make me believe
nowhere.
this crazy psychic lady. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on being rude.
Bullshit. You're trying to play me for a fool.
Oh, no, kid, no. The sight's sometimes foggy, but it ain't ever a liar. Your son's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City. The biggest settlement around.
I can be very cruel here, and yeah, why not? I don't like these people.
You've told me nothing. It's all just guesswork.
Look, kid, I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later.
Oh, I'll
The
bring you
sight
some
will paint
chems,
a
don't
clearer
worry.
Picture.
No, Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill you.
Oh, shush, Preston.
Preston,
We're all
chems are
gonna
really
die
useful.
Eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new friend here, well, she's gonna need it too. Now let's get going. Sanctuary awaits.
All right, folks. Thanks to our friend here, it's safe to move out. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy thought?
It can
Oh,
hardly
hold
turn
on,
out
hold
any
on.
worse than...
Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody?
Yeah,
Well,
Marcy.
Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
God, I feel sorry for you, June. Marcy is really unpleasant. All these lovely things. Although I do have to watch my carrying capacity. I can't believe I've already filled up my inventory. I mean, this is what happens when you just take things without really thinking about it. Yellow fedora. Nice. But there may be some extremely useful things around here. Is that supposed to be a fishing rod? Machete. Ah, drugs. Drugs are good. Excel. Ah, that's the one that increases all of your abilities. That's very useful, actually. Yeah, I don't want to pick up too much junk because of the... very good. Casual outfit. Yeah. Because of the weight capacity issue I've already encountered.
No way I could pick this.
Can't do that without lockpick. Yeah, it might be worth coming back here a bit later. I mean, I probably will invest in lockpicking and hacking because, well, it can be useful occasionally. Not as useful as it used to be. I mean, most of the time now, your lockpicking, and hacking is just getting you into safes with more stuff in that you can take home. But occasionally it has the ability to let you through to some... What the heck? Did you guys not walk in the right direction or something? Okay. Yeah, occasionally it has the ability to let you into something that you wouldn't otherwise get to. Which is how it used to be. It ought to be that if you invest in lockpicking, you can skip parts of a dungeon. Or if you get hacking, you can get better lore, or... I mean, it does let you get control of robots. That's definitely something hacking should be for. Where are you going? Wow, these people really
Don't worry, June. Just
can't
stay with
pathfind
me. It'll
today.
be fine.
Yeah, it would be nice if that was what was happening, and especially as most of the time safes become... I mean, you kind of get to the point where you stop bothering to hack or lockpick, because you just know there's going to be nonsense in there. And unless you really want to collect every single damn pipe pistol in the entire game, it's just not worth it. Which is a shame, because they're good perks otherwise. I mean, it's part of a role-playing game that stuff like that should allow you to build a character style, you know, and if your style is getting around problems rather than confronting them face-on, then it ought to be supported. And I think it is sometimes, but maybe not enough. So, we're back in Sanctuary. And I'm going to go deposit the power armor first of all, and then we'll have a look through our equipment, see whether there's anything worth equipping. So, let's have a look and see what we picked up. I mean, the weapons, I've got hundreds of different things there. I think I'll probably end up keeping at least one of the pipe weapons to turn into a better gun, and I might try and improve the laser musket as well, and the shotgun. So that'll give us 4 weapons to pick from, roughly. I used up all the minigun ammo trying to kill that Deathclaw. I guess I was being a bit over the top, but there's usually plenty of minigun ammo around. So, as for outfits, well, we have a chest piece, an arm, a leg, no right arm, annoyingly, road leathers, the best leathers. Those are broken parts of my armor that need returning. And what's the fedora do? +1 perception, damage resistance, 4 from the hard hat. Yeah, we'll put that on. Shame it isn't one of the ones with lights. I like the one with light, with a big light on the front. And I've got a charisma outfit that I'm honestly not going to bother at. I'm not very charismatic. There's no point in pretending I am, and occasionally slipping on charisma gear. So I guess that'll do. So let's see how we look now. It's dark and raining, but yeah, I look better. The hard hat is certainly something. Gone for a bit of a Mad Max leather look. I like it. It'll do. Okay, one thing we want to do very quickly before the minions arrive is take a quick nap in the bed I built. That should give us more XP because as they arrive, and I talk to Preston. Preston, did you go somewhere? Mama Murphy, I think with your drug taking, you probably shouldn't be handling heavy equipment like that. Leave it to the drug experts like myself. But where is Preston? He's run away. There he is. XP, please.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Well, I used to live here.
Yeah, I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
Damn.
Forget I said anything. I don't want to talk about it.
No worries. We've all got our past to deal with. I don't need to know anything you don't want to tell me. Anyway, I am glad you're here. And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help.
And it begins!
Still hoping there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
Maybe.
Oh, good. I was hoping for a chance to rescue some more helpless villagers.
It's not that people are helpless. They just need someone to give them a helping hand sometimes. That's what the Minutemen are supposed to be all about. By the way,
And that's a lot of
you want to
XP.
help out around here at all? Talk to Sturges. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
So there we go. I've already reached level 5, which means I've got 2 perks available to me, and I've only just finished the first bit of Concord. I think I can probably level up again as well from doing everything that Sturges asks for. It's ridiculous, really, having this much intelligence and resting at the right time. Still, I think what I'll do now is off camera. Well, no. What I'll do actually is complete this building sanctuary quest. But I think people have seen this many times before, so I'll see you in a few minutes. Enjoy the music. Unfortunately, I can't complete the Sanctuary quest right now because I don't have enough food to plant, but we should be able to get some as we continue adventuring. So let's take a look at what I've built. This is the charming little accommodation I provided for my settlers. Nothing at all about it should remind them of prison blocks or experimental facilities because they've never experienced those things in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. But as you can see, every single person gets their own filthy bed and a single light bulb, and some charming rustic doors to keep everyone in place when I need them to be quiet. I think this is a lovely private accommodation. Each person gets their own room. You don't often get that in a settlement like this. And at the same time, we have the electricity going to all the lights. We can have lights out at night when required. So I think this is a really nice little accommodation block, and definitely suitable for the needs of the minions. I mean the Minutemen again, sorry. So I think that's about all we have time for today. We'll call that a part, and next time we'll start making our way towards Diamond City. Incidentally, I leveled up once again from that quest, merely from building things. So even though I haven't managed to finish the Sanctuary quest itself, building stuff has tipped me over the edge. Again, one of the advantages of having such a high intelligence. So join me next time, where I'll check out some weapon crafting, some armor crafting, and we'll make our way towards the rest of the plot. So long for now.